Hey, besties. Thanks for stopping by the Clubhouse. Tonight is episode 8, and the Yankees are currently playing the Boston Red Sox in Fenway. They are currently up 1-0 off of a Giancarlo Stanton home run because our guy, Skinny Stanton, loves Fenway, and he loves Clubhouse Tuesdays. I hope everyone's having a great day today. Yankees are coming off of a sweep of the Kansas City Royals, and they are going into a 3-game set with the Red Sox, obviously. Like I said, they're playing right now. Tonight, we have a great itinerary, so we are going to start with Empire Extra. We're going to play another round of the Bronx Lorette and eliminate 2 people, and then we will hop into the Bronx is Burning. I do have a very special co-host with me tonight. He has never been on the Clubhouse. I believe he has been on ESB before, but he's never been on the Clubhouse. So you guys all know him from Twitter as the best space host ever. He is the space host of The Drive, and he also hosts ESB on Wednesdays. Joey Bagga Donuts is joining us today from the corner.
Yes, somebody put baby in a corner. Actually, I'm coming in from the basement, and it's the only finished spot, so I was trying to make it look a little professional.
I mean, we would have loved to see like the ceiling and everything.
I got you. We're here.
Put those rich boy rumors to rest, right?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. So, like I said, the Yankees are coming off a sweep of the Royals. They are playing right now on Fenway. In your opinion, how do they keep up that momentum from beating up KC for those 3 games?
They have to keep hitting. I mean, it's everything with baseball, hitting and pitching. But the offense has to stay alive. If the offense can keep rolling, they're going to keep winning games.
So with that being said, who on the offense still needs to get there and kind of contribute?
I mean, we all know whose name's coming out of my mouth right now. It's Jazz Chisholm. I mean, I was looking before I came down here. I think he has a single tonight. He has gotten on the board with a single. But, I mean, he's on top of everything, hitting everything into the ground. He's not getting underneath everything. He's trying to pull everything and hit everything 100,000 feet, and it's just not working.
Yeah, no, he does have a single tonight, and it was mentioned on the broadcast. He played very well against Boston in 2025. I forgot what year we were in. Him, Stanton, Luis Gil, they love playing Boston, and it's showing tonight already. Luis Gil has no runs given up, and Stanton hit a home run right out the gate, so we love to see that. But with that being said, let's talk a little bit about some of the guys in rehab. So we have Garrett Cole, who is currently continuing his rehab. He is making his next start on Thursday, but he's doing it in high A instead of double A. Double A, he went 4 1/3 innings. He threw 44 pitches. Following Garrett Cole, we'll see Rodon in high A on Friday. Out of those 2, who were you more excited to see come back?
It's got to be the ace, right? It's got to be Garrett. See what he's got coming back. I mean, he was already popping the mitt. I think he said 97 he was hitting the other night. I mean, that's a beautiful sign. And to get your horse back at the top of your rotation, it slides everybody down and it makes that rotation. I mean, Carlos isn't a slouch either, but he's not Garrett Cole.
No, 100%. And we saw Carlos last year. We saw him have a great season. I was a big hater of Carlos Rodon before last year, so I hope he continues what he did. But Garrett Cole, we haven't seen since the World Series. So it'll be interesting to finally get him back on the mound. I don't want them to rush him, but I hope we see him before June because it would just be so exciting to have him.
So I'm actually glad you said that because the whole thing confuses me because we were looking at the rules earlier. Once they go on a rehab, a pitcher can only be on a rehab for 30 days. Garrett Cole was the first one to go on the rehab, but they're still saying that Rodon's going to be back first. I mean, I think Rodon threw 60 pitches and Garrett Cole was only at 50. So maybe he's a start ahead of him, but they're both going to be back. I mean, if you go by the timeline, unless there's a setback, they're both going to be back by, the end of the month.
Wow. I mean, I'm not good at math, but I'll take it. And if they are
the end of next month, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
May, middle of May.
Yeah. Either way, love to have them both back. So with them coming back, because you're getting them back to back pretty much, who is out of a rotation spot out of Ryan Weathers and Will Warren? Because both have pitched pretty well of late. And Will Warren is somebody who's kind of having a redemption arc, in my opinion. So out of those 2, who are you kind of edging out?
As much as it pains me to say, sorry, I went into my thinking phase there. I think it's Weathers. And it only Weathers because I feel like his stuff plays better out of the bullpen. You
Okay.
put Will Warren in the bullpen. I mean, 95, it might tick up to 96, 97, but you put Weathers in the bullpen and he's probably gonna be hitting triple digits. The only problem is, and I know it's something that we want to talk about later, but we have two lefties in our bullpen who have been exceptional this year. So what do you? I mean, do you kick Yarborough to the curb? It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, 100%. And then you also have Clark Schmidt coming back eventually. So it's a great problem to have. And on paper, it's like, I don't know. I guess you can't really complain. But we'll jump into the Empire Extra in 1 second. I'm going to stop and say hi to the chat. We have a friend of ours from, everywhere, Mr. Name That Yank. We have
That's
Jordan.
A friend of yours.
We have Jordan. He says, hi, Joey. We have Big Slick. We have Jacob. And we also have Allison joining us again today somewhere. She's not here somewhere. But Jacob also agrees with you. He says weather translates better out of the pen. So you brought up a good point. Jumping into the Empire Extra a little bit further, Yankees offense, right? So we spoke about it right out the gate. They need to keep hitting. But Ben Rice is currently just like on fire. 4 straight games with 4 straight home runs. He currently leads the MLB in OPS, slugging, and on-base percentage. He's tied for 3rd with home runs, literally 1 right behind Judge. Did the Yankees finally, well, I shouldn't say finally, because obviously we have Judge, we have a couple other homegrown guys, but did they get it right with Ben Rice and find like a homegrown stud? Or, in your opinion, is this lightning in a bottle and it's just going to die out?
You're doing this to me live on YouTube, and this is crazy because I have a persona on X where I don't like Ben Rice, and I don't give Ben Rice any credit, but now I have to. The kid has been a stud. I mean, last year the numbers didn't translate. You had all the savant numbers that looked fantastic, but you didn't get the results. This year you're getting the results, and we touched about it this morning. I don't know what the big change is with him, but I'm not mad at it. Let the kid play. Let's see what he could do. Coming through the minors, he always had a great bat. And it was just where was he going to fit defensively? And everybody wants to talk about the kid's bat. He has blown me away with the way he's played first base this year. Because his feet last year, he was tripping over his own feet. He couldn't get to the bag in time. His footwork was a mess. And this year he looks like a first baseman.
Yeah, and Rich and I talked about that in episode 7. He really put in the work in the offseason to be ready for first base. The Yankees obviously don't want him as a catcher. And I guess you got to give credit where credit's due to Paul Goldschmidt because he came back to the Yankees knowing that he wasn't going to be the starting first baseman and has definitely been a little bit of a mentor to Ben Rice. So that's a really good teammate to have. Moving on from Ben Rice, let's talk a little bit about pitching. So these are 2 guys, in my opinion, that I don't feel like are getting enough love, and that's Brett Hedrick and Tim Hill. So Hedrick is silently killing it. He's pitched 15 games with a 1.5 ERA with a total of 2 earned runs. And Tim Hill has a 1 ERA through 9 games and a 0.56 whip. Now, if you are not a stats person and you don't know what whip is, that is walks plus hits per inning. And to be under 1 is like elite, according to Baseball Savant and all the other, nerd stuff. Do you feel like these guys, are they doing their thing, or is there somebody else in the bullpen that should get a little bit more credit?
No. I mean, the 2 of them have been, and you can go as far back as to pull Tim Hill's numbers since he joined the Yankees, and he's been probably one of the top 5 lefties in baseball. One of our favorite people out there will not give that guy an inch of credit. And since he's joined the Yankees, he's been a top 5 lefty in baseball. He's just been elite. And Hedrick, he had a couple stints last year up and down, but he always showed he never looked overmatched. And now he's getting a run here. And I mean, he looks great. He looks like he could be a mainstay in the bullpen for a little while.
Yeah, it's nice to have 2 people that we can trust in the bullpen right now. Yeah. With Tim Hill, to me, it's crazy because he was so bad before he came to the Yankees that the worst team in baseball did not want him. And then the Yankees went for a dumpster dive, brought him in, and I don't know what they saw, how they figured this out, but he, like you said, he's been fantastic since joining the Yankees, and I still will not forgive Aaron Boone for not going to him in the World Series. I think it would have made a huge difference.
not only was he bad before he came to us, he got DFA'd by the worst team in the league. The White Sox DFA'd him. And the Yankees were like, sure, we can use an arm. And I don't know, again, one of the wonders of the world with what Matt Blake can do with somebody who is, and it's funny because he gets these elite talent and he doesn't do much with it. But when he gets to guys like Michael Tompkin, was that last year or the year before? He came over from being DFA'd from the Mets, and he was our go-to guy out of the bullpen for like 2 months.
Yeah.
And Tim Hill's been like that for a year and a half.
It's always amazed me how Matt Blake does so good with the bullpen guys who just have come from nowhere. But when it comes to like the starters, he can't figure out how to fix them. But that's a different conversation for a different day. Really quick, if you're joining us from X, you should hop on over to YouTube so that you can like and subscribe. If you have not subscribed, we are currently at 567 subscribers, and that's pretty exciting. We do have a full lineup of YouTube shows. Monday, we have the 4 guys who go and, they do regular Empire State of Baseball talk, Yankees and Mets. I cover Tuesdays with the Clubhouse, all things Yankees and making it fun. Wednesday, there's nothing going on. Thursday, you have Shape Up with Keith and a rotation of Corey and Joe. And then Friday is another off day, but we have spaces on X or Twitter every single day. Monday through Thursday is a Bronx Take with myself, Rich, Joey, and Chris. And then Friday, Phil covers Mets baseball over on the ESB NYM Twitter account. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers. He says, "Oh my God, I'm your biggest fan." That's clearly for Joey. Love to have you here. And we have Susan and Kay who have joined us from Twitter. So thank you for that. Speaking of Twitter, before we hop into the Bronxerette, we have a new segment on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. It is called Bronx 2X, or actually, I don't know, maybe Rich wants to call it
BX2X.
I guess I should have double checked that. But it is a post-game show on Twitter. So hop on over to X when this ends and join us on the ESB NYY account so that we can chat all things Yankees, Boston. It is currently 3-0, so Yankees are getting it done. Stanton with a 2-run double. My guy loves Fenway, and he was struggling going into tonight. So, thanks, Aaron. He said that was for me. Love that. All right, so let's have a little bit of fun here now, people. We are going to, instead of giving out roses tonight, we are going to take away the pinstripes of 2 New York Yankees. And after they're eliminated, they are done for the season. So we're doing 2 again tonight. We did 2 at episode 7. Episode 9, we will move on to a different game and take a little break from hurting feelings. But before I announce who I would eliminate, based on recent numbers, you can't count today, who would you eliminate?
I'm glad you threw it in there because we talked about this already. I was going to try to ruin your whole night and say that Mr. Giancarlo Stanton, who was 0 for 17 coming into today against lefties. Thank you, Brian Hoke, who literally just tweeted that as I'm talking about it on the top of my screen. He was 0 for 17 against lefties. He wasn't playing well since they benched him in the Seattle series. He was not good. That was going to be one of them, and I knew that would have devastated you, and that was going to be my main push. But since today, I'm going to take into consideration today. I mean, the guy's he's carrying the team right now, so I can't say it anymore.
Yeah, he's putting that team on his back with his skinny little legs and getting it done. You have to pick a second person that you would eliminate.
I'm trying to remember who was eliminated before.
Ryan McMahon went adios, and Paul Blackburn.
It would. I mean, my 2 would have been 2 guys who we thought would have been a long stay in here. Would have been Giancarlo and Jazz. I mean, Jazz has been bad. That's the only way to put it, is bad.
Yeah, I agree. Chat, I want to hear from you again tonight, just like in episode 7. Who are you eliminating? You don't have to give a rhyme or a reason. Just throw 2 names out there. For me, so this was hard for me because the bottom of the lineup is really struggling, right? Like Austin Wells isn't producing. Ascara's not producing. Ryan McMahon's already eliminated. Jazz is really struggling. Jose Caballero, it's hit or miss, but I will give some grace to Jazz and Jose because when they get on base, they will make things happen. I mean, Jose Caballero almost got killed in the Kansas City game the other night. And I'm still waiting for Austin Wells and JC Ascara, but they are this close to being voted off. So I went with an offensive player and I went with a pitcher. So Randall Grichuk, I truly don't understand why he's on this team. And if Randall Grichuk or his family ever see this video, it's no hate, no shade, but I just feel like there was better options for a fourth outfielder out there. If they were trying to save some money, I still feel like there was better options. But he literally I know he has a hit tonight, but let me find it. So going into tonight, he had 20 at bats and only 2 hits. He was batting 100, .136 on base percentage. I'm just not feeling it. So Randall Grichuk is out of here for me. Aaron Rodgers says Wells and Grisham. I don't hate those answers. I really don't. Grisham, we're paying you $20 million. You got to step up, right? Again, qualifying offer, didn't get an offer from anyone else. He's got to prove it. To me, at least. Like, I don't care what anyone else thinks. But secondly, I went with a relief pitcher. And unfortunately, this guy really hasn't pitched that much. Like, so he hasn't really done anything wrong, but he also doesn't look good, in my opinion. So just like Paul Blackburn, I just don't trust Angel Chiavelli. So these are the 2 guys that I'm eliminating and that are not getting a rose and will not be moving forward with the New York Yankees as on the Bronx Lorette, unfortunately for them. So 4 down. And I can't math, so 4 down and 22 to go.
I'm very bad at math, and I had that one. I'm just saying.
Jordan says Jazz and Wells. Again, I don't hate those answers. Jazz is this close. Like, if he doesn't get it together, he will be out in the next.
Hey, I gotta jump in too. We got to settle down with the Ascara hate a little bit. The man had a great weekend.
Okay.
All right, fair enough.
I guess
I tried to give him a little bit of love.
Oh, I forgot. We went with a whole 40-man roster. It wasn't 26, so we got 36 to go. Okay, so there's still a lot of names to play with here. And I will be protecting Giancarlo as much as I can until the very end.
I tried.
But that was, another round of the Bronx Lorette. We're all done here. 4 down. Like I said, 36 to go. If you are not already, follow us on Twitter. We have a couple different accounts that you can follow. So, of course, the most important one, in my opinion, is ESB NYY. That is our New York Yankee account. But if you are feeling nice and you want to just, follow some great baseball content creators, you can follow ESB NYM. That is our Mets counterparts. And the main account is ESBP, Empire State of Baseball podcast. That has all of it. And it's just a great place to be. And you will find lots of great baseball takes and maybe some not great ones in the comments, but that's okay. Also, follow us on Instagram, Empire State of Baseball, another great account. Corey does a great job with the memes and the reels and just all the fun stuff. And we also have a TikTok account, Empire State of Baseball. Once again, let's try to grow that one because that one needs some love. But we're going to move into the Bronx is Burning. I'm going to throw Joey on the hot seat. There is no stats. There's no reason for your answers. It's all vibes. So I'm going to just hit you with some questions. You just, whatever comes off the top of your head, you don't have to think about it. Just give me an answer, okay? Are you ready?
Are you sure that's what you want?
I mean, you could show us that thinking face. I think the chat looks not Aaron Judge. So your answer cannot be Aaron Judge because he's in his 30s and, whatever. Right now, if you had to rebuild this team or in a rebuild, one player that you're rebuilding this entire team around.
Oh, boy. And the whole league?
No, our team, like the Yankees.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute, what? I hate that you're making me say this out loud. It's probably, right now it's got to be Ben. It's the only other player who actually looks like they could be a star right now. I mean, if Jazz was hitting, I probably still wouldn't say Jazz, but yeah, I mean, it's Ben.
I hope somebody clips all of the Ben love from you tonight so they can use it against you.
I hope that Rich accidentally hits the delete button as soon as we're done.
Oh, my God. Aaron says Spencer Jones, and I think that's an interesting answer because he went with somebody that's in the minor leagues right now. LI is Ben Rice's biggest fan, so I really didn't have any doubt in my mind that he was going to choose Ben Rice. I'm going to do a follow-up. Normally I don't do a follow-up, but I kind of assumed Ben Rice would be the answer because of how he's playing. However, he is 27. Does that not concern you?
I have another one in the back of my head, and it's going to shock people because it's not a position player.
Ooh, do it.
Cam Schertler.
Love it. I love it. Okay.
Build the rotation around Cam.
Good answer. 2 Boston boys that we went with. All right. Right now, who is your X factor that nobody is talking about?
My X factor that nobody is talking about. I mean, that's a hard one. We talk about the Yankees every day. I guess I'll have to say this is going to be a crazy way that I got here, but Jose Caballero.
Okay.
Kind of like the Dave Roberts in a World Series getting a pinch run.
Yes, I do like that answer. All right, so who is getting the redemption arc?
I have no idea. Let's see, you couldn't have made these questions like yes or no questions?
No, that's not fun.
Who is getting redemption this year?
Rich says Aaron says Vikings.
I was just going to say that's where I was going to go. I was going to say Garrett Cole. I think when I've been saying this all along because everybody's been saying, and I do agree with everybody. We can't expect Garrett Cole to take the ball in the Bronx and be Garrett Cole. Like he's going to have, like Sandy had a rough start when he came back. But I've been saying all along, Justin Verlander came back from Tommy John and won the Cy Young the same year.
Okay. So
maybe Cole. Maybe Cole comes back and he's Cole.
That would be great. I think Yankee fans would lose their mind. All right. Is there one player this season that you could see yourself irrationally defending the entire season, regardless of how they play?
Yeah. I'll say yeah. I mean, and it's bad because everybody hates this guy. At the beginning of the year, I said that Ryan McMahon was going to be an all-star third baseman. So I'm going to defend it until the all-star break.
You got eliminated.
I have to defend my take.
All right. We're going to hold you to it. So tonight we've learned that Joey loves Ryan McMahon and Ben Rice. All right. For those of you who are keeping score at home. Would you rather have a dominant bullpen, but we struggle to score 1 to 2 runs every night, or we score 8+ runs every night, but you can't trust a single arm in the bullpen?
I think I'd rather have the offense.
Okay.
Because if we're putting up runs, at least they'll have a gap in there, hopefully, to they can give up a run or two and it's not going to matter.
Yeah, I said it, Rich. 8 runs a night. They're just smacking the ball all over the place. They're just lighting it up. No, I agree with you. I think offense gives you a better shot. Okay. Game 7 of the World Series, the Yankees are up 1-0. The bases are loaded, 2 outs. We're 1 out away from winning ring 28. Do you trust David Bednar to get that final out, or are you going to someone else?
Who else is in the bullpen?
Well, let's go with what we have right now. So you got Tim Hill, you got Camilo Duvall, you got Brent Hedrick, you got David Bednar, you got Angel Ciavelli. I mean,
I'm gonna have to at this point, but I can't answer that question until after the trade deadline. And listen, there could be guys, and I'm not saying that this is a guy I would trust out of the bullpen, but you could have a guy like Luis Gil that could be out there who could. Listen, there was another starting pitcher that we had that had the same problems that Luis Gil had with control, and went into the bullpen and was one of the most dominant setup guys in the history of baseball, and that's Dellin Betances. So there could be a chance where he's coming out of the bullpen. Ryan Weathers, you never know what he would look like coming out of the bullpen. And Game 7 of a World Series, I'm pretty sure it's all hands on deck. I can have anybody I want. So I'm good right now. I'm dancing around the question. I know. Right now, I'll say yes. I trust David. He reminds me a lot of a different. The name just slipped my mind too. David Robertson. Never mind. Didn't slip. Another David, where he gets himself in trouble, but somehow he always seems to get himself out of it.
Yeah. David Bednar reminds me of him too, though. I feel like it's the same thing. He can get himself in trouble and get out. But
that's what I'm saying. David Bednar reminds me of David Robertson, where he can get himself into trouble and he gets himself out of it.
Yeah, 100%. Also, side note, every time David Bednar's on my TV, I literally forget how huge that man is. And then they show him and I'm like, why is he so gigantic? Like, where did he come from? But anyway, Yankees are going all in. Okay. They are going for the World Series this year. We are top of the AL. We are just, we're ready to win it all. Who are you trading? No prospects, or I'm sorry, who are you trading for? No prospects are off the table. What is out there that you want to guarantee us that World Series win?
Mason Miller.
Oh my God, he's killing people right now. Yes, I'm with you there. All right. Final question. This is more of a fun question. Your walk-up song. I know you were a pitcher, but let's say you're not. You're a position player and you get to pick your walk-up song. What are you picking?
Oh boy. You got me. Probably like Fireman or something like. I'm a huge Lil Wayne guy. So
Okay.
Dad note of the year, the proud dad moment. If you put on Fireman right now by Lil Wayne, my daughter will sing you every word for word. So it would probably be Fireman just because of that.
Proud of her. I love that for her.
Yep. Me too. Proud dad moment.
Li says he's trading for Fernando Tatis. And Li, I love Tatis. I'm the biggest Tatis fan, but I think I'm going to go with Joey. Mason Miller is like.
I love Tatis. I do like Tatis a lot, but and I hate to give credit to a certain other ESB member who's on the Mets side on Monday nights, wears glasses, won't mention his name. If you look at his numbers, ever since he came back from the steroid suspension, he's not the same hitter. He's not a $35 million hitter.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, his glove is still there, but he's got to be
100%.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. All right, so Yankees are up 3-0, and that brings us to the close of the Clubhouse. So first of all, thank you to Joey for hanging out with us. I loved having you on. And thank you to all my besties in the chat who are watching from YouTube, X, and Instagram. Next week, we will be back for episode 9. I have a very special co-host who has never been on the Clubhouse or anything ESB. But you do know him from...
don't even know what he looks like.
Yeah, you guys don't even know what he looks like, but you know him from the Twitter streets. So we'll see you next week. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Obviously, let's go Yankees. And you all need to give Giancarlo credit where credit is due. Good night, friends.